There are times in everyone's life where we need a little extra support. And that doesn't mean it's always there. So, what are you supposed to do when you're feeling the need for emotional or just solid, back you up, believe in you kind of support, and you don't have it? So today we're going to talk about how to be your own support system when that is the only option available and when the need arises. It doesn't mean you don't have friends, and it doesn't mean you don't have family. It means that at this point in time, maybe everybody's going through their own thing. Maybe Joe over there got his own issues. Maybe this person over here needs a support system too. Maybe it's just a tumultuous time in the universe. So we'll figure out how to handle this in what I feel is a very healthy way for our own psyche. As we continue on with this morning's morning meditation, I'm Ann Morrison, and welcome to Ascension Studios. Our own support system. And sometimes, let's just say that how I grew up, I would get together with my girlfriends and go have some iced tea down at the Denny's, and we'd have about every deep fried thing possible on a menu. Back at the time where it didn't do that. And just vent. And as soon as it was out there, it was better, or I agree with you, or oh my goodness, or blah, 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 blah. But what I have figured out now is even the act of venting can bring the things to us that we are complaining about. So, how do we take this and for ourselves give ourselves the emotional support and the ability to release things from our system without another person there to be able to bounce things off of? Because the truth is, we're healthier when we're around people. But that's also an awful lot of give and some take. And it requires time and effort. And when you're stuck in your own tornado, I mean, it's really, really hard to be the kind of support that you want to be for people. So, as a quick little illustration, I'll find me an empty page here. Saw this thing the other day that was just brilliant. Okay, so here's a little guy. And this little guy is feeling burdened. We take him and we burden him. Because he feels like all this is going on here that is on top of him, causing the burden. So our little guy has to think of what to do with this wonderful little burden. Right there. So he finds an empty canvas and an easel. He puts the burden right there on the canvas. Doing something is a good thing. I'm an ADHD kind of person, and so doing something is usually my answer. And sometimes quiet and stillness is the answer. But I think when you have that all building up and building up and building up, you can, of course, do a meditation to bring your tornado down. But the best way that I have found is to take that big old thing that's on your back and throw it up on a canvas, or throw it on a piece of paper, or put it into a poem, or go crazy with a piece of music, or go out and scream at the universe, or dance, or enact an act from a play, where we have many ways to use creative expression. And there are media aplenty. Whether it is talking into your phone or recording it, some personal philosophy, creating something with your hands, doing a digital AI picture. There are even more avenues for a creation release. And I've done these things that I call storied abstracts. So I take a time period in my life and I start off with the first piece, the catalyst that begins this portion of the journey. And I do that piece on the canvas and let it dry. Then I take the next place and I do that piece on the canvas and I let it dry. Each represented by something having to do with that part of the journey in that part of my life, and so on and so forth, until finally I have a full abstract that looks like a good abstract to someone else, because I'm pretty good at it. And to me, it has taken a very trying part of my life, and it has taken it from here and from here and from here and all the places that the stress resides, and it has put it there. It is a way for me to release it without putting it back into the universe, without putting it back into my own manifestations. I can take that burden on my shoulders and put it there. And I can make something beautiful out of it. If all you do is switch up a couple of words in the way that you say something, you have a poem. If all you do is change color, you have a unique perspective on a piece of art. If all you do is describe to AI in the most detailed way possible exactly what you're looking for, and you get something unique, then you get it. If you break into dance, if you put on some music and headbang your way across the country, it doesn't matter. There are so many ways to use a creative outlet for our own self-care. And using creative outlets got me past the worst medical time of my life when I was dealing with autoimmune conditions. Just the simple act of looking and putting myself into the creative brain instead of the analytical brain freed up all the stuff on top of the analytical brain. So this part down here that heals my own body could finally go, oh, I can do some stuff now. Because you don't have to be present for that. What you actually have to be is not present for that. And the best way to be not present is to be engaged in an act of creativity. Scrapbooking, putting gems down in a pattern, a paint by number, color by number, gravure. There are so many ways. And when you find a way that works for you, find another. Find another, find another. Your own self-care by giving yourself that time the place, the space to take all that and put it there does absolute wonders for our own self-support system. And it reaffirms I can support myself. And it reaffirms I am capable of getting through this in an intelligent and calm and not cray way. So it does an awful lot for yourself to be able to use an outlet like that. Nobody has to see the final result. It could be a raging of cuss words and inanities. Who cares? It's a vent that doesn't fall into the stream of my own manifestation, which allows me to keep a much more peaceful place in the earth. People say look for joy all the time. Joy's nice. Happiness is good, but you ever notice how your cheeks hurt after smiling all day long at people? I mean, anybody who's ever worked in service at some point or time has had this, where it just hurts. And it's not that you shouldn't smile, it's that forcing yourself to pretend to smile or pretend to be wonderful, happy, joyful all the time is like, I want to be present. I want to have the ability to make the choice for peacefulness and self-esteem and compassion every time I have a choice to make about my own emotional showing up in the world. But I don't think I need to be happy all the time. I don't think I need to be joyful all the time. But I do think I need to be present for all of the emotions, and I need to let all of the emotions have some time and space. And especially a person like me who has been patterned to venting with friends to be able to get through hard times, having this different outlet where I don't have to count on somebody else to listen to me is good. So we're going to go in and we're going to do a simple meditation to support the back end of using creativity to be our own support system when we can't count on the support system that we're used to or that we have become accustomed to. So, simple, we'll start at the top. Crown chakra. Let the download happen. Unconditional love, wisdom. The next step, feel the vibrations harmonizing together. Feel life in all its colors, all working towards the whole of an existence worthy of our presence here. Now, keeping a nice straight spine over hips, going to simply sit in the chair in the middle of our mind palace. Now we know there's all sorts of other stuff right there right now, but the truth is, let's keep it simple. I already got all sorts of stuff going on. I am needing a support system to be my own. And my mind palace is a wonderful support system. It's full of a tornado right now, so we're going to calm the tornado. Just allow your emotions, your breath, to allow you to visualize calming that tornado. Now, the leaves are blowing in the wind just a slight amount. Because let's face it, we go through times that are more tumultuous than other times. And the experience of that is just as important as the experience of love and compassion and kindness. We have something to learn through this. If we run away from it, we're going to have to learn the lesson in a harder way in the future. I would do that. You? Feel the solidity of the mind palace. Feel the solidity of the chair that you're in. Feel the solidity of yourself. Feel the calmness of being here, the complete control of being here. Let's go back to connect to the earth. And bring it up. Feel the colors, the vibrations harmonizing together. This wonderful, fully realized, fully dimensional life. Thank you. And as you come out, you just did a creative activity. Now go do another. And I hope this helps support you. Namaste.